Chewbacca. Watch the blitz on the left, we gon' block 'em. We some animal, yeah, we some goblin. Man to man, we gon' cover you properly. Man to man, you can't beat me impossibly. Red zone, this my house like my property. Do a quarterback sneakers on 4th and 3. Get the ends on the offensive block for me. I stiff him down, get off of me. I'm trucking them over, he under me. Back ends, wipe my sins. They can't win, No new friends, Football fans, they sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah.
I just hike the ball and I look for the open man. The zone, I'm trying to get in. Open the playbook, the book of the champion. Get flipped if you trying to get in. I got the front defense, they got the end. Going for long on 1st and 10.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be in. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 12. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
Left. Ace. Slow.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Like 20! Like 20!
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Gronkowski's got it. It's a crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he's into the clear. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brady now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Shrugs him off. And it's time to spin. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep for Kansas City, DeAnthony Thomas. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now here comes Kansas City. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, A 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Edelman set to return. Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Oh, yes, this is what the good ones do. He used his legs to buy a little bit more time rolling to his left, and at one point, he flipped the switch from passer to runner, and he got a pretty good gain out of it.
From the gun on third down, Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 37. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are in for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
No problem there on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And some room to roam now. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for New England. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Shotgun now for Brady. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Chris Jones. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So now on 4th down, on comes Stephen Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. This one from 46 yards out. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at about the 32. To throw, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
A toss play to Hunt. And some room to maneuver. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That good for 19 and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They go play action here on first down. And going deep for Hill. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. And this one is incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. New England on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find big 87.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now this time, Brady will throw into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Reggie Ragland, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He was looking for Gronk that time. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Butker now to kick this one away. The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is a
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That throw by Brady, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time. And
they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. With their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate, as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Mahomes now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. That catch good for 5. It's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Adrian Claymore in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And now Edelman. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out come the Patriots. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop. Brady to throw on second down. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. The Chiefs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now White. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
20.
Now Brady got to have this one. And the pressure gets to him again. Justin Houston in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to go deep for Conley. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And bulldozing his way, Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Point after, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
To throw, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Brady. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing just outside his own goal line. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Returnable for Thomas. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught by Watkins. Touchdown, Kansas City. Sammy Watkins, 44 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
So the Patriots coming out now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. New England on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey. We got three. 50.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So it wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
Here's Brady to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's Thomas. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Kansas City, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Patriots,